Ladies and gentlemen, what is actually going on here? Have a look at this. Marc Guehi, it's a serious link now. This is solid. This is no BSing anymore. This is whew. I mean, look, we're going to talk about this 100%, but we're going to come back to this. First up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, back in training. That is, check this out. Mauricio Pochettino held a double training session, not one, but two double training session, compensating for the fact that we missed out on a couple of days of training. So Mauricio Pochettino said, you know what? We are having two training sessions today, and this is what went down. And apparently off the back of that, ladies and gentlemen, Michaela Mudryk caught the eye in the finishing drill. So you best believe Michaela Mudryk is most likely going to be in the bench against Brighton, because generally when we see this type of news, they end up being in the bench. They don't start. Look, I hope he starts. I would love to see Mudryk on the left, Cole Palmer through the middle, with Nicholas Jackson up front, and Raheem Sterling, and play with two-man midfield. But I know it's not going to work out like that. I'm pretty certain we're going to see a three-man midfield, and most likely Michaela Mudryk is going to come off the bench. He was going through a fine phase of form, and then there was a bit of an injury, slight injury, that took him away from the starting lineup, and then since then he has not started. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on the fact that we are back training, baby. This is what we live for. These are the W's for us now in our life. But no, let's get back into this particular news, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Marc Guehi, keep an eye on Chelsea entering the race for a player like Marc Guehi. Mauricio Pochettino would ideally like some more Premier League experience. This is coming from Ben Jacobs. He's been talking about this particular player for a while now, Alex Goldberg. I don't know if you guys follow him. You should follow him. Check him out on social media, especially on Twitter. He's been saying that he has this inkling that maybe Marc Guehi is the one who's going to return back to Chelsea Football Club. Academy boy, of course, there's a connection. I understand that. My question is, does this make sense? Does this actually make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Marc Guehi, another centre-back. I mean, all right, let's go through this. Silva, Chalobah, Wesley Fofana, Buddy Shield, Desasi. There's five. And don't forget Bashir Humphries, which we'll touch on. So there's 5 CBs, 2 spots. Okay, let's get rid of Silva. Let's get off Chalobah. Then you're left with Wesley Fofana, Buddy Shield, Desasi. Oh, sorry, Levi Colwell as well. Sorry, 4. So there's 4. So all up, we had 6. Get rid of 2, Silva and Chalobah, and there's 4. So we've got Levi Colwell, Buddy Shield, Wesley Fofana, and Desasi. Now, 4 CBs will be left once you get rid of 2, and there's 2 spots to play for. Now, you tell me, is it logical to bring someone like Marc Guehi? Why are we linked with more CBs? This is where I'm starting to get so annoyed with, once again, our transfer strategy, policy, whatever you want to call it. I don't understand this. Mauricio Pochettino wants more Premier League experience. Like, just build up the CBs that we have. Like, I thought everyone was crying out for Buddy Shield. Everyone was crying out for Desasi. Everyone was crying out for Levi Colwell. Now, people are telling me Levi Colwell might be penciled down as a left back. My God, honestly, this guy is not a left back. Levi Colwell is not a left back. And if we want to transform him into a left back, he's got a lot of development to do. Have a look at some of the best left backs in world football. Like, Levi Colwell has to go bombing up and down. I don't think he has the structure to be a left-sided, player. He doesn't have that physique. He's more built like a CB. And he's been doing well as a CB when he was on loan in the Championship, and then when he was on loan at Brighton. We've not seen him often enough at Chelsea Football Club playing as a CB. I don't understand why we don't want to use Levi Colwell as a CB. This whole thing about, now we want Levi Colwell as a left back because we need more height. I'm not sure how tall Marc Guehi is. I don't even think he's that tall. Look, Marc Guehi is a good defender. I'm not taking anything away from Marc Guehi. He's done exceptionally well at Crystal Palace. But is he I'm talking about much, much better than what we have right now in terms of Wesley Fofana? I know he's injured, but he is due to come back in a couple of months' time. Is he much better than Wesley Fofana? Is he much better than Buddy Shield? Is he much better than Desasi? Is he much better than Levi Colwell? I could understand if we're going for a world-class defender. We don't want to miss out on this player. Marc Guehi, like, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, let me know in the comment section, does this make sense? What level of money are we going to spend to get back Marc Guehi, one of our academy players? Again, like, It annoys me, man. It annoys me. This is unnecessary. And it looks like it's probably going to happen. Then what? So you got Marc Guehi, you got Levi Colwell, you got Wesley Fofana, you got Buddy Shield, you got Desasi. Then what? Are we going to get rid of Wesley Fofana? Or are the rumors of Buddy Shield actually true? This is unnecessary. For me, it's unnecessary. Honestly, it is unnecessary. Let me know once again, as I said in the comment section, does this actually make sense? Can you put some logic around it? Maybe I'm missing something. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, another sad situation for us. Chelsea will recall Andrey Santos. Strasbourg are interested. Again, someone screwed up massively in the transfer window. Someone's ideology of sending him to Nottingham Forest absolutely blew up in the face. But we all knew this. We all knew this was not the right move. Nottingham Forest last season had a plethora. They could probably field 3 starting 11s. That's how many players they had. This season, a lot of people will argue, but when we sent Andrey Santos, Nottingham Forest didn't bring in that many players. But you can't just look at a particular instance of time. You have to, when you're sending a player, you need to do your homework. Chelsea should have asked Nottingham Forest, guys, once we do this transaction, are you planning to bring in more players? You don't just send a player thinking, oh, they've not bought anyone yet, so that's fine. No, but maybe they might. We should have asked Nottingham Forest their transfer plans. What are you guys doing in this transfer window? Are you bringing in more players? Because if you are, we don't want to give you Andrey Santos. And since we are talking about, perhaps putting Andrey Santos on a loan to your team, are you going to play him? Do you have a plan for him? Why do you want him on a loan? Do you actually have a plan? This guy, they have zero plan, and they're going to get penalized. We're going to get some money out of it. So kudos to the owners. You're going to get some money out of this situation, bad situation. So there's some money in the bank, and the accounts are going to look very, very good. But I feel sad for this particular player. Wasted the last 4 or 5 months until the January window opens, and that period of time could have been used for his development, and he was looking so good in the preseason. I wish we kept him. I think he would have been a decent backup to Enzo Fernandez, who's been a bit topsy-turvy during this season so far, and all the traveling that Enzo Fernandez has had to do already this season. It would have been nice after the international break to give someone like Andrey Santos an opportunity and allow Enzo Fernandez some break. And the other issue with this whole situation, ladies and gentlemen, is if we do bring back Andrey Santos and we're looking to send him to Strasbourg, we need to cancel one of the loans because all our international loans slots are taken up. I think Lukaku, Ziyech, Kepa, they all fall into the international slots. So I don't know how we're actually going to do this. I don't mind keeping him, but then we're linked with so many other 18-year-olds as well in midfield these days. So once again, I feel we've screwed this up, and I feel really, really annoyed. I feel really, really upset that we have a due diligence to look after some of these kids that are talented. And what are we going to do when you have that many kids? And here's another kid. Diego Moreira has only played 75 minutes for Lyon this entire season and could also see his loan cancelled, but it would cost Chelsea $2.5 million. So apparently we're going to get somewhere around $2.5 million from Nottingham Forest because Andrey Santos is not getting used over there. And if we are bringing back Diego Moreira, we are going to have to pay. So all the money that we've made, it cancels itself out. I think that's the case. But once again, another one, Diego Moreira, we bought him. So all of this, and he doesn't get utilized at Lyon. So you know how we've been talking about in recent times how the new owners have this philosophy, this policy that bring in as many young kids, develop them, and turn them over for a lot of profit. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work on every instance, especially when you influx the entire team with kids and hoping that you simultaneously develop everyone. Like, this is not Football Manager, man. This is not Football Manager. Already, players like Diego Moreira, okay, we might have bought him for free, but, at the moment, I don't know who's paying his wages, whether it's Lyon or whether it's us. Ultimately, nothing's free, right? And I don't know how much we're going to be able to sell Diego Moreira down the track if we can't develop him. I know it's early days. I get it. He could still explode down the track. But that's one player that we are screwing up with. Andrey Santos is another player we are screwing up with. Don't forget David Dutra Fofana is not having a great time at Union Berlin. So there's a lot of different players to focus on. And don't even forget, do you guys remember Charlie Webster? Some of you guys rated him. He's in Dutch league, Herenveen or whatever. He doesn't play either. Harvey Vale, another one. He doesn't play either. And I'm not saying every single one of our youth players, young players, whether it's from the academy, whether it's from outside, they all should be looked after and we should. But my point, what I'm trying to say is that you can't have your eyes on everyone and then keep buying all of these kids as well on a regular basis. I don't know what we are doing, but that is the latest, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of all the Chelsea news that's been popping about. Let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Marc Guehi. That's the biggest one. Chelsea are back into training, so let me know about that, Andrey Santos, and the whole, bringing in so many kids. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Make sure to check out the Ziyech match review. Shameless, utter shameless from me, which I dropped a moment ago. See ya. Bye.